We have no evidence at the moment that life exists anywhere else in the universe, but it seems absolutely inconceivable, and I think most astronomers today will go along with me, that in this gigantic universe we are the only living things and the only intelligent things. It's far more probable that there are more races ahead of us than behind us, and that we may be very low indeed in the hierarchy of cosmic intelligence.
Why is that probable?
Because the sun and the planets and in fact the universe appears to be at least 5,000 million, perhaps many times that, years old. Let's say 5,000 million. And we have just arrived in the last million years of that enormous span of time. There's no reason, as far as one can see, why life shouldn't have arisen on the Earth hundreds of millions of years ago. Imagine where we'd have been by now if that had happened. This may have occurred in other solar systems. We've acquired in the last 50 years the ability to send radio signals to the nearest stars. Well, around the universe there must be thousands of civilizations which still use the primitive method of communication we call radio, and they may be listening for us, and we should be listening to them. In fact, experiments have been started.
What does all this effort in space in the next 30, 40 years do to science fiction itself?
Well, I have a vested interest in this. Some people think that science is caught up with science fiction. In one narrow sense, this is true. No one writes any more stories about the first journey to the moon. But science fiction is always 20, 30, 50 years ahead of science. The new scientific discoveries fuel the next generation of science fiction. There's no danger of science ever catching up with the science fiction writers.